Hello, ladies and gentlemen, from New York. We are in Brooklyn. It's a very cold day, but we are actually at a very well decorated home for Christmas that of course belongs to a Greek. It's not just a very well decorated home, it's an amazingly decorated home. You will see it. It's right next to me. And we're actually going to meet the owner of the house and tell us the whole story. He's been doing that for more than 35 years. His name is Isidoros Bilas and he comes actually from Chios. Let's go meet him and he will actually give us a tour of his amazing house. It's really mind-blowing. I've never seen something like that in my life. So now we're outside. You will see just the outside and you will see as I'm turning all the lights. This is the view of the home from outside. I mean, just to get the scope of how big that is, give you a better view. You can see Mr. Bilas just standing there, ready to talk to us. And it's not just the exterior, it's also the interior that is amazing. It's really mind-blowing. I don't know, I think that's the best word to describe it. There are buses that actually come here from the city to come and see this house, and of course the Greek flag. He is proudly very, very Greek, so you will see the Greek flag among all these decorations and also other little Greek touches on all these decorations. Mr. Bilas, thank you so much and thank you for opening your house to us.
Thank you.
Please tell us a few words. I don't know where to start from. How did all this started 35 years ago?
I started 35 years ago from the old house, of course, and everything that you see here, I custom-made everything myself.
You've made all of that yourself?
Myself, yes. And years ago, I used to do different designs, and all the signs I really make myself, one by one. All these candy cans also here, it's homemade.
And I should say that you are in construction, so that means that you know how to construct things.
Well, yes.
As we say in Greek, τα χέρια σας πιάνουν, eh?
Exactly.
Right? So show us a little bit. I mean, I don't want to, because it's really freezing, guys. I have to tell you, it snowed in New York last night, and it has to be, I think, -5 Celsius right now. But let's take a quick tour as much as we can from the outside. Show us a few of the decorations you've created here.
An activity box over here. I made it myself.
You made all these figures that we see?
No, the figures I purchased, but the box, you know, this how I make it. The Merry Christmas I made it myself.
And you have also Καλά Χριστούγεννα, we see up there.
Up there with Merry Christmas on the top.
The Greek flag, of course.
The Greek flag. Goes all the way up. I make the fence, and also is a tree on the roof, and you can see it from closer street.
Oh, there's also another tree on the roof. Oh, because we haven't seen it. I wish we had our drone to fly it. And then you have obviously Santa Claus here.
And the Santa Claus, actually, this is 30 years old.
Χρόνια πολλά, Andrea, and of course χρόνια πολλά to everybody watching. They're just telling us χρόνια πολλά.
Χρόνια πολλά.
They're asking, what about electricity?
Electricity is a little bit too much.
Right?
Close to $5,000 a year.
Wow, $5,000 a year?
Yeah, I mean just for the
just
season.
For the season, $5,000, wow. Χρόνια πολλά, Leonida. I mean, guys, it's really unbelievable and it's really difficult to show all of it, especially with this cold. And as the night has come, the temperature is going to go even further down. But really, this place is amazing. And stay tuned because we're going to go inside. You don't know what's going on inside. You have to see the interior as well.
Little villages. You can come in front over here, you can see it.
Yep. So what is this?
Mini villages.
Wow. Those are miniature homes. Did you make those or you purchased those?
No, I purchased those, but I decorated in there.
Okay.
And that box actually stays, you know, decorate like that for a whole year, and then I bring it back out again. Χρόνια
πολλά to London and to Athens as well, and all around the world, wherever you guys are. So I wanna say a few words before we go in about this little box, because this little box here does a lot of things,
Yes.
right?
This little box I have for donations for Ronald Miltano House, for the cancer kids for especially from Greece.
So we have to say that Mr. Isidoros Villas does that, and he collects donations that he actually offers afterwards for kids fighting cancer to the Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah.
And there are thousands of people that come here every year to see his house, and all he asks for is just a donation for the kids that are suffering from cancer. So that's something we have to say, and it's very important to say it. So let me give you another look, guys, before we go in, of the house on the other side.
You go closer street, you just see the tree at the top.
Oh, we can see the tree. Yeah, you're right. You actually see it up there.
Come on this side.
Where in Brooklyn, Mr. Isidoros, help me, because I'm not very familiar with the
We are
area
in
here.
Dagger Heights. Dagger Heights, Brooklyn, New York.
Dagenheim. And you can actually see the tree now.
Zoom the tree.
Up there. Yep. And you can actually see people that came to take photos. Maybe they can tell us a few words. Are you guys here to see the house? We're live right now on Greek Reporter, doing an interview with the owner of the house.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us, what do you think about this house? Have you seen another one like that?
Yeah, I see one in Peaceful.
Another one close by?
Yes.
Yep. But, so yes, there are a few other homes around here that are decorated very nicely, like Mr. Isidoros' house. You can see actually the car stopping. But the important thing is that he started this whole tradition 35 years ago. So it's important to say that, and we'll go in and you'll see that even the New York Times many years ago featured this house and the story of Mr. Isidoros Villas, which he will tell us once we go in. So again, for people that they just tuned in, we're in Brooklyn in New York, showing you one of the most amazingly decorated homes for the Christmas season, decorated by Mr. Isidoros Villas, a Greek American from Chios, who does all this to help kids with cancer. Mr. Villas, may we please go in?
Surely.
Merry Christmas, Irene.
Notice we also do on both sides and on the back in the house.
Yep. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's true. On that side as well.
And this, of course, is mine too.
And you guys can see actually people that stop here to take pictures. They're asking again, where in Brooklyn? Where did we say that is?
Dagger Heights.
Dagger Heights, Brooklyn. And now we're ready to go in. Maybe we can ask one of our little friends to tell us what does he think about the house.
No, go out.
Do you like the house? So here was one of our little friends who noted that she loves this house, and of course, what's not to love in here? Mr. Villas, let's go inside, because I want to ask you a few questions.
Surely. Welcome.
So this is the entrance.
As you see, also these are handmade too.
Yep, and yes, Constantine, it is truly paramythenio, somebody said in Greek.
Yep.
That's a very right word. And here's Mr. Villas' Christmas tree. there's a Santa Claus that greets you right when you go in.
The tree has 21,600 lights on.
21,000.
21,600 lights on.
Just the tree.
Just the tree.
The interior tree we're talking
Interior
about.
tree. Outside I have close to 300,000 lights.
300,000 lights is the exterior.
The exterior.
Wow. And you have all these little touches of
Yep.
toys and little Christmas ornaments. You have a train.
We have a train, of course, going around the tree.
Oh, the train goes around also.
Yep.
The Polar Express. That's a Greek Polar Express.
Tickets! Tickets, please!
And this is just a little corner of his house, of the interior of his house. Now we're going to go to the other room. You have another room, right, next next door, and you also have, what is that up there?
It's a little cricket.
Oh, yep,
Go around, we have another big
and
one.
another
over
one
here.
there. And here's another view of his entrance. And the tree with the 32,000 lights, you said?
No, the trees have a 21,000.
21,000, yeah.
600.
21,000 lights. And 300,000 outside.
And I put all the lights on myself.
Wow. Yeah, I want to ask you, let's go here to see the other room, and I want to ask you how you do all that, how long does it take you? You told us it costs $5,000 almost for the season, right? To pay for the lighting. So how much time does it take you to really create all this?
Take me about 3 weeks for outside and about 2 weeks inside. Totally about 5 weeks in and out.
5 weeks, like full-time working?
Full time without one or two helpers.
Wow. And tell us how you started that. When you started it and why you started it.
I started 35 years ago. This is my 35th year on this house. And I love it since I'm a little kid. I loved it to decorate it. And I started this house. And actually, I was the only one back then in the neighborhood with all these kind of lights on.
And obviously, I don't know how many kids you have. Your
I
kids
have three kids.
Should have loved that, right?
Yes, I have 3 kids. I have 4 grandkids. And we come actually from island called Chios, Pyrgi. Me and my wife.
How many years ago you came to the United States?
43.
43 years ago.
43 years ago.
And did you ever try to decorate maybe your home on Chios?
Not really, because we'll never be there on Christmas.
And I guess it has to be very difficult for the other grandfather of the family, I don't know if he's around or if he was around before, to compete with you. I mean, when you have a house like that, you have to be the favorite grandfather, right, of the family.
Yes.
The favorite great uncle, the favorite everything.
Yes.
How do the kids react when do they find out that this is your house?
All the kids, they go crazy and they love it. They come, sometimes I let them, little kids also come inside to see all these little decorations. also adults from the buses. You know, we have 5 buses every night coming over from Manhattan, and 3 little buses from a different company. But the 5 buses come 65 people per bus. Of course, they pay a ticket to come over, but they don't pay me nothing.
Yeah.
And we collected, like we said before, donations for Meltano house for the kids. And that's about it. As you see it inside there,
what are your favorite ornaments in here? You have like so many. What are
every
the ones that
one,
you have a bigger connection with?
Every single one is my favorite because every single one it's collectible, and I've been collecting for 30 years, and every year is something new.
And how much? I mean, I want to ask you the question because how much really costs this? What we see? Like if you just put down all these years and everything you spent.
To tell you the truth, I can buy another house with it. It's over $200,000 to $300,000.
Wow.
In and out.
And where do you put all that afterwards?
Well, I built garage next to the garage next to the garage. So in reality, it's 3 different garages to build to put everything back in.
Okay. Merry Christmas, Eleni. Eleni Petses says Merry Christmas to Mr. and Mrs. Bilas.
Merry Christmas also to everyone.
Yeah, and I will, guys, give you a little tour of this room because it's really, I mean, I want to zoom in so you can see the detail. It's like a Christmas city that Mr. Bilas has created here. Let us know if you have any questions and we will ask him any further questions. And here are the little boats. Greek traditional decoration for Christmas is the boat, and Mr. Bilas, of course, coming from Chios, has a few of those here. And hopefully you like what you see, and we hope you share this video with everybody who loves Christmas and loves also decorating. In this crazy era, it's very important to be able to enjoy those things and have the heart of a kid. That's what I want to ask you afterwards, because you said you always like that. It seems like that the side of you still remains a kid enjoying Christmas as much as you enjoyed it when you were a kid.
Yep.
And I would like you to tell me how you managed to do this. So we'll ask Mr. Bilas in a little bit how he managed in this big city to remain a kid, and it shows in his house and his smile. And there's another train here. Merry Christmas, Bob. Thank you for your kind words. And here's one more room that has less lights but equal work. Here's a Christmas table, greatly decorated, a lot of other ornaments. And I have to say, I mean, beyond the Christmas decorations, this house is really beautifully decorated in general. So, Mr. Bilas, you might get a few requests now to start decorating other homes as well.
I used to do 5 years ago for a few years, but then I stopped because I have no more time to do mines.
Yeah.
So I stopped when
Yeah, because if it takes you said 5 weeks, right?
Yep. I usually
to prepare
start
this.
October, early October, and right after Thanksgiving it's light up.
And now, do you decorate also during other holiday seasons or no?
Not anymore. I used to decorate it for Easter and Halloween. But after the kids get older, I don't do that anymore.
And Mr. Villas, if I may ask you, how old are you?
62.
62. And I asked you that question because my final question will be, how do you manage to stay, to enjoy so purely Christmas, you know, and to stay a kid at heart at 62 and still decorate your house with so much passion, and I can tell how proud you are, you know, in the way you show it to us. How do you do that, especially in an era that the world is in crisis and in a city like New York, where we know it's one of the toughest cities in the world? How do you manage to stay a kid?
Well, I manage. I work here so hard, and I play with all my toys, and I feel like young again.
Yeah, I guess it's that simple. Sometimes we have to see it that way.
And also, I don't know if you noticed, so that's a computerized the tree.
The tree is computerized?
Yes.
Wow.
And the outside too.
Yep.
Now we started light up from the top, coming down, little by little.
Yep.
Now off.
So guys, we hope we offered you some inspiration for Christmas, and it's not so much about how much you decorate your house, but how much you decorate your heart with kindness. Okay, sorry, I think technology was kind of giving up to us, but we're back live. So what I was saying is that obviously this house is amazing, and not all of us can have all these decorations, but the important part is how we decorate our hearts and how we behave during Christmas. With those thoughts, I'm just gonna give you a final look of this amazingly decorated house of Mr. Isidoros Villas from outside. And for those that want to come and take a look, if you are in New York, what is the address, Mr. Villas?
7112 14th Avenue, Brooklyn, New York.
7112 14th Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. In case you're local, you can just come and take a look from the outside. As actually they do many tourists and many buses that come every day. He just told us that there are 5 buses that come here every night and bring people. So Mr. Villas, I want first of all to thank you for opening your house, and thank you for keeping alive this tradition. Before we go, I just want to show the New York Times story that I saw before.
Yeah.
I guess before I leave. Sorry, let's see that. So that was the story of the New York Times, right?
Yes, New York Times, first page, back 9.
First page, on the front page of the New York Times, wow.
And last year they have me out of 10 beautiful decorations in New York. Is the only house was mine in New York Times in Brooklyn.
Wow. And when is that?
This is I think it was on 80, what was the date there?
1986.
1986.
Wow. Yep.
And of course every year is on and on, you know, New York Times.
Was that the first time you decorated your house?
No, I started in 1982.
82, and here's obviously you and your family.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, it is one of the most interesting homes to visit during Christmas.
All the channels that come around, channel 5, channel 7, channel 2.
Yep.
With an helicopters and so on, you know.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Villas.
You're welcome.
I will give you a final shot of the interior as I'm moving outside. It's really beautiful for people that just tuned in. I'll give you another shot of the exterior. Mr. Villas, I want to thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. And all the best.
And one final thought for our homeland, for Greece. What would you wish to your Greek brothers and sisters in Greece and all around the world?
Again, καλά Χριστούγεννα, καλή χρονιά, υγεία πρώτα απ' όλα και πάντα ευτυχισμένοι να είμαστε.
Thank you so much, Mr. Villas. Καλά Χριστούγεννα σε εσάς και την οικογένειά σας.
Ευχαριστώ.
Guys, so I'm just gonna show you the exterior for people that just tuned in. Oh, here we go. Somebody else came to admire the decorations here. And of course the Greek flag. And yeah, what Mr. Villas just told me is that the lights, they're going on and off according to the music. You can hear the music. And here are some visitors.
Merry Christmas.
And here are some visitors that came over to see the house. Can you guys tell us a few words? How do you feel about this house? I'm really in awe. I'm amazed.
We came to see the place from France, from the south of France, and it's amazing. We don't have that kind of decoration over there, so amazing. You're wonderful.
So you're visiting the city and
Yeah.
somebody told you to come over here and see the lights?
Yeah.
From France.
Exactly.
What part of France?
South of France.
South of
Toulouse.
France. Toulouse,
Yeah.
okay. Very nice. Merry
Nice.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thanks.
Yep, you can see actually cars that stop here. Tonight is very cold, that's why there's not a traffic jam. Sometimes there is a traffic jam out here.
Better hurry up, take the video, because Canon is going to come and shut off the lights now. Because I don't pay the bill.
So this was one of the best decorated homes in New York, and you can see as the lights go off sometimes, it's because of a lot of power, right, that they
Now if
require.
you blow on it, they go off. Blow. Blow. Go ahead.
Mr. Bilas is very playful. He tells me that if I blow, the lights will go
Yeah,
off.
go ahead.
Okay, let me
Go.
try.
Here you go.
Wow, can I do it again? Can I blow
Do it
again?
again.
Okay.
Here you
Wow,
go.
magic. And with that piece of magic that Mr. Bilas taught me how to do, we guys will let you go. Good morning if you are in Greece. I think it's getting morning over there. Good night to New York. And Merry Christmas to everybody around the world. We hope you have a great season full of love, health, and luck. From one of the best decorated homes in New York City, of course by a fellow Greek. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you soon in our next live. Anastasios Papadopoulos from Brooklyn, New York, for the Greek Reporter.